Alright, welcome to Country Club Fragrance Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at Armaf Radical Brown. I believe this came out in 2019 and it is a ambery warm tobacco style fragrance. So taking a look at the presentation, it comes in this almost round box. Looks very similar to a box of chocolates. And as you can see, the bottle sits inside. It's a glass bottle surrounded by plastic, and on the sides it has fake snakeskin. This is an EDP concentration at 100 ml. The top is plastic and the sprayer is gold. Sprayer does kind of a poor job in my opinion. It's a little bit loose and it does not spray very well. So as far as the note breakdown, the main notes that I get are cinnamon, pepper, lavender, tobacco, cedar, amber, and cherry. So as far as this fragrance goes, I really love the way this stuff smells. This stuff smells incredible. So when I first spray this, I get cherry, sweet tobacco, spices, and cinnamon. Man, this stuff smells so good. So while I do detect that cherry tobacco note when I first spray it, the cherry is more of a top note to my nose, and it really doesn't last throughout the fragrance. And the strongest notes to my nose are the tobacco, like an incense and a black pepper with some cinnamon. It does tend to mellow out over time, and there is a prominent note of woods, which is mainly cedar, to my nose that really kind of rounds out the scent. So because of all the spices and sweetness in the fragrance, this is a very wearable tobacco fragrance. So a lot of people compare this to Parfums de Molly Herod. I kind of see it and then I kind of don't. Herod is far more richer and dense, and as a fragrance as a whole, it's just a far superior scent to me. And I've seen a lot of people compare this to Guerlain L'Homme Ideal. So to me, it's kind of like they both had a baby and came out with Armaf Radical Brown. You get that spiciness and that tobacco out of Herod, then you get kind of that sweet vanilla cherry out of Guerlain. So while I have been singing the praises for this fragrance, here is the knock on the fragrance, and that would be in the performance department. So when it comes to longevity on this, I can get about 4, maybe 5 hours of longevity out of this, and that's with heavy spraying on my skin and my clothes. Projection is fairly weak with this. I just don't get very much projection at all. I'm talking about no more than half an arm's length or an arm's length, and that does not last long at all. Sometimes I test fragrances on my son. I hit him up with this about 3 or 4 sprays, and after a couple of hours he came back by, and I was a couple of feet away from him and just did not smell it until I really got almost in huggable range. So while the performance is not the best on this fragrance, because I love the way it smells so much, I make it work. So whenever I'm in the mood for this fragrance and I know that I don't need it to project, I don't need it to last a long time, I'm going to grab this. So should you get this fragrance? If you like tobacco fragrances and you have a tobacco fragrance collection, I would say yes, you definitely should get this, knowing that the performance is not going to be very long or beast mode. The good news is this is usually around $20 to $25 online. It's probably a little bit more expensive on Amazon, but very, very affordable fragrance.